Okay, so what is tuple? Tuple is immutable version of list. Okay, it's immutable version of list. What does that mean? It means when you declare a tuple, you can't edit it. Okay, you can't add, you can't delete, you can't extend, you can't update. Okay, so if you write T1, okay, so we use square bracket for list, right? We used square bracket for list and we use simple bracket for tuple. Okay, if you have to work with tuple, we use simple bracket. Okay, so simple bracket, open and close is your tuple. Okay, so if you want to see, you can say print type of T1, right? And when you say run, okay, you will say tuple. Now, if I do T1 dot, okay, it should give us all the methods which are applicable for tuple, isn't it? Okay, so what do we get? Still running. T1 dot. See, you only have two methods,
Count and index.
count and index. Right? We had so many things to do in list. Right? Here you have only count and index. Count will tell you. Okay, so it's both are reading options, right? Both are reading options. So if I define T1 equal to 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, then 3, 5, 7, 9, okay, 3, 5, okay. So if I do count of say 7, and if I do index of 5, what will I get? Okay, so you got
1.
no, so 1 is what? Index, isn't it?
Hmm.
Index of 5. Okay, now what happens in here? Okay, we have to give print, otherwise it prints the last value. If you want to print the output, you have to say print. So now you'll see count of 7 is 2. There are 2 7s. So give count and index of 5. So we discussed list also, right? If there are more than one value, it'll give you the index of first value,
Value.
right? So
Yes.
we got 5. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, good thing is you can convert list to tuple, tuple to list. Okay. I can say T1 equal to list of T1. Now, if you do T1 dot, let's see, you see all the methods append, clear, copy, count, all these have been.
Methods are showing.
Yes, you can convert list to tuple, tuple to list without any problem. Then what is use of tuple? See, tuple, since it is immutable, okay, you can't edit it. So the accessing speed is fast. Okay. So when you have a one-way road, when you can't, you know that nobody can come in front of you, your speed will increase, right? You will drive faster. Okay. In two-way road, you are scared, somebody can come from front. But in one-way road, nobody will come from front, right? Nobody, everybody will go in same direction, right? So your speed will be faster. So if you are performing any read operation, okay, like iterating through a loop, so it is better that you convert it into tuple and then you perform the read operation. Make sense? So you convert into tuple, and you can always convert tuple to list, list to tuple. So if I want to add, let's say you have a tuple and you want to add a value. So you convert into list, do append, and then convert it back to tuple, right? If you are using list and you want to do for loop, convert it into tuple, use for loop, and then again convert it back into list. Okay, that's the thing. Okay, so one thing you have to remember, let's say when you give empty tuple, right? So we declare like this. When we add two or more than two values, you would say 2 comma 3, isn't it? Sorry, not this way. You would say 2 comma 3, right? But when you are entering just one value in tuple, okay, you have to say 3 comma, okay? And this is only in when you are entering only one value to tuple. Okay, you have to say comma. Otherwise, it looks like integer. It will treat as integer. Okay. For no values blank, it's fine. You give blank, open and close bracket. More than one, you can give like the way
One
you've been doing.
comma.
But yeah, but only one value is there. You have to say value comma. It makes sense.
Yes, sir.
Great.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and indexing is exactly like string or list. So that's it pretty much. See, if you have to compare, you can compare to tuple. Okay, if I say if so you have 23 comma 54, okay, greater than 22 comma 66. Which is greater? Which is greater in this case? So what it does is it compares the first element. Okay, so
Yes.
23 and 22 is compared. Which is greater? 23 is greater. So this
23.
is one tuple and this is another tuple. I'm comparing which tuple is greater, right? So it compares element by element, member by member. So 23 and 22, 23 is greater. So it will say 23 is greater. It will not compare, what you have after that. 99, 89, doesn't matter. It's like dictionary comparing. I mean, dictionary in the sense when you have your own dictionary, right? Which word will come before which word, right? So even though the word may be 3-letter or 4-letter, it will be, if it has B, it will definitely be coming before your S with 10-letter, isn't it? So something like this. So element is compared. Okay. So if this is same, then it compares the next element, second
Second
element.
one. Okay.
Yes. Now you see nothing is printed because this is greater. So first element is same, it goes and checks with the second element. Second is also same, goes and check with the third element. This third one is also same, goes and check with the fourth element. Let's say both of them have same number of elements and same element, both are same, isn't it? So you get equal to only when all the members are there in
Same.
both the tuple and they have exactly same number of elements, isn't it? Okay. So now if I put 54 also here, now it's going to compare 99 and with nothing. Okay. So 99 is greater, of course, isn't it? So this will be greater. Okay. There's one more concept called packing and packing. Okay. Unpacking. So when you assign T1 equal to these values, okay, it is called packing. We have packed multiple values under one variable name. We have packed multiple values under one variable name. Okay, it's a way of packing. Now you have to do unpacking. How to perform unpacking? Okay, so let's say I create T1 equal to 3, 4, 5, 7. Okay. Now to unpack, I need 3 variables exactly. Because T1 has 3 values, isn't it? So if so, you put all, we have put all the three values as one value with one variable name, right? That's assigning as a tuple or packing. Now, if you have to unpack, you have to have same number of variables. Okay, if I give one less, also it will give error. If I give one more, also it will give error. Now A will be 3, B will be 5, and C will be 7. I can print it. A comma B comma C. You will get 3, 5 separate lists. A will take first member, B will take second member, C will take third member. Yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is your concept of tuple, and I told you since it is immutable, it is preferred for reading operations. So we use it for reading, same as list. Okay, it's a immutable version of list. So list is preferred where we have to edit, that is add or remove. Stack and queues prefer list, but if you have to iterate through values, we prefer tuple. Make sense?
Sir, can you repeat? Your voice is breaking.
My voice is breaking.
Now it's clear. It was breaking. Can you just repeat that?
Yeah. I don't know if internet is bad. Okay. So what I was saying is, uh, uh, when you have to perform read-write operation, like implementing as stack or queues, right? Stack or queues means what? You are adding and removing members from the list. Okay. So you would prefer list there. And when you're iterating through the list, okay, you want to read the values, then we prefer tuple. So read operation tuple, write operation we prefer list. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
So now we'll go to the third important data type, which is called dictionary. Okay, dictionary is used. It is it is different than list and tuple. That way, it has its own keys. So dictionary is used where you do not want values to have its own index, right? So when you say index 0, that means first element. Index 1 means second element. So there is a default index. Dictionary will have its own index. So when you declare a dictionary, you have to declare in the dictionary with the keys also. Okay, it will not use automatic indexing. We have to give specific values to it. So for example, if I declare a dictionary 1 equal to, so we use square bracket for list, we use simple bracket for tuple. What is the third bracket that is left?
Flower bracket.
Huh?
Flower bracket.
Lumber bracket.
Flower
Flower
bracket.
bracket. Oh yeah, yes, flower bracket. Yes. I thought, that there's a new bracket. Okay. Flower bracket, yes. Okay. Flower bracket or curly bracket, right? So yes, so dictionary we used curly braces. And here you can put, okay, so I told you here we put key comma key colon value. Key colon value. That means key is your index name. So I can give index as 9. By default index was 0, right? First element was 0 in list and tuple, right? Here I'm saying 9. And I'm saying 9 indicates Sachin, let's say. So 9 colon Sachin. You can give key even like, a string as a key. So I'm saying here, first let me put the key name equal to Rohit. Okay. You can give Boolean also as a key. Not equal to, sorry, colon. Key colon value. Okay. Okay. But the key can be anything. Okay. Key can be anything, even your list, right? But they have to be unique. So only difference between dictionary versus list and tuple is that dictionary will have its own set of keys. Okay, so if you want to store marks of student, it is better to store as dictionary because you can have the student name or roll number as key, right? So if you're storing marks in a list that we saw in last example, right? You are storing multiple values in list, but you don't know whose value is what. You have to remember the sequence also. Oh, first student is roll number 101. Now here you don't have to remember. You can add the student roll number, okay, and then the marks, okay. That's why it is preferred way of using or saving information, right? So, okay, so if I have to do indexing, of course, here you can't do colon indexing. You can't get sequence of keys, right? In list, we know, okay, I need first 3 character, last 3, middle 3. So you can use colon, right? Index, starting colon, ending index. But here this not in sequence. So you cannot do sequence, but you can do one by one. So if I need to know the DICT1 of true, so you'll say square bracket. So see, square bracket is used for indexing always, whether it is list, whether it is tuple, whether it is dictionary, whether it is set, which we'll do next, or whether it is string. Square bracket is always used for
Indexing.
indexing. So if I say dictionary 1 of true, what should you expect? You expect
-2.
cricket to be printed, right? That's how we got it. Okay. Okay. Now let's see. This is mutable. Okay. Dictionary is mutable. So, if you say this, you will get lot of values, clear, copy, from. Okay. We'll do something today and we'll do some things. So I'll let you know by today evening if you are meeting tomorrow or not. Okay. We might meet tomorrow. Okay. I'll tell you which 4 days we will not have. So Wednesday and Friday we are not meeting. 2 more days I'll tell you for 2 weeks only. Okay, for 15th till 15th September, 2 weeks. 2 days will not meet. After that we'll meet for again 5 days a week. Okay, I'll let you know by evening. Okay, so dictionary 1 dot. Okay, now see here. Since it needs both key and value, we cannot simply add to dictionary just like we added to list or to string. We cannot simply say dictionary 1 dot dictionary 2. Okay, so what we do is it's like adding two, you have two dictionary and then we have to update one to another. Okay, that's the way to update. Okay, so if I have a dictionary here, okay, now I want to add something to this dictionary. So I'll create a temp dictionary first. Okay, I'll call it as temp and I'll add, let's say, 506 colon. Okay, Mumbai, let's say, and of course this is a text, so I need to put it like this. Now I want to add this here. Okay, where did I put 2 colon? Okay, so I can say dictionary 1 dot, okay, update, and then you put temp. Now if I print dictionary 1, the new value will be added to it. See, it got added to it. And here order doesn't matter because we have given our own keys, right? So, it's not in, it's unordered collection as well. Okay, the order doesn't matter, right? Yes, the way we've been adding, it's showing like that. But if you have to access, you have to access using key. So if you have to access using key, it doesn't matter whether it's in, increasing or decreasing, doesn't really matter, right? Okay. So Okay, you can add to dictionary like this.
So like
Um,
dictionary also unmutable.
so let's say write a program, okay, to input marks in 3 subjects and save under roll number. Okay, so I want marks in 3 subjects and I will save under roll number, right? So I have to run a loop, right? So I have to run 2 loops, right? One for 3 subject and another for number of student. Let's say number of student is also 3. Okay, so 3 student and 3 subject. So I'll run outer loop for reading the student roll number and inner loop to read the marks obtained by student in 3 subjects, right? So I'm going to say for I in range 3, right? And for j in range 3, correct? And I'll say pass. Now to store the marks, okay, I'll have a dictionary here. So I'm going to say all info or something like that equal to blank dictionary. This is a blank dictionary, isn't it? Now we have to form a temporary dictionary and a temporary list because the marks in 3 subject, right? So of course we cannot say roll number comma 3 or whatever marks, right? We have to give the entire list. So here key will be the roll number and marks will be in terms of list, right? So I will create a temporary dictionary here. Okay, every time I'm going to form a temporary dictionary and then before next loop is run, I will append it to the main one. So once the inner loop is done, in the outer loop, I will append it to the main dictionary. So all info dot update, okay, update temp dictionary. Okay, now coming back to this case, I need one temp list also, right? Where I'll be appending all the marks, right? So I'm going to say tail list equal to this. Okay, so here, okay, outer I'm going to say roll number equal to int. Let's say roll number is integer. Okay, roll number need not be integer, right? It can be string as well. So int, enter the roll number, right? And here I'm going to say m int of input, enter the marks. Okay, so enter the marks and here you will say t list dot append m. So marks is updated. Now, so inner loop is done. We got 3 marks in the list. Now, before I add temp dictionary to all info, I need to form the dictionary. So your temp dictionary is what? Temp dictionary equal to bracket open bracket close. Your key is roll number, isn't it? Roll number colon t list, correct? And that you're adding here. So once you are done with the loop, you can print the marks here, right? All students are. Okay, now when you get this right, after that, you can use it whatever logic you want to, like get some average, all those things you can do. So let's first print it. All info. Let's see if we have done this code correctly. Right, enter the roll number. I say 101. Enter the marks. 76, 78, 69. Okay, enter the roll number 102. Okay, marks 98. Okay, 56, 71. Okay, so here I'm going to say 68, 52, 89. Okay, for roll number I said 68. Okay, 88. Okay, so done. So see, we have got a dictionary. 101 is the key, 9102 as the second key, and then 68 as third key, right? So this is the dictionary that we have created, right? Yes or
Yes,
no?
sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put here all info so that I don't have to run those things. Okay. So two more or three more concept we'll do and we'll end the day. Okay. So see, so this is a dictionary which has been created. Okay. We use update, right? So you know how to use update now. Now I want to see the list of keys. So if you want to see the list of keys, you say print all info, okay, dot keys. Keys will give us all the keys. Then if you want to see values, so you say all info dot values. Okay. If you want to see all values, key and values. So one is you print dictionary. Second way is you say items. Items will also give you the values here. So now when you run, okay, oops, all info, right? Okay, so you see here 101, 102, 68. This is your keys. Dictionary, so and the values is 76. So this is your first list, second list, third list, and item. So see, items is giving us as a list. So this is a list. Output is a list here. This is also a list. Okay. Since values is a list because we entered values as list, but the entire is a list here, right? Here, this is also a list, and we are getting a list of tuples. You see, this is a tuple, isn't it? So items is giving us the dictionary in the form of list of tuples. Okay. And if you want to print individually, right, we have to use for loop, and this is how we use for loop for I comma j. See, if you are using keys, I is enough. If you're calling values, I is enough because I will take keys or I will take values. But if you want items, okay, you have two values, okay, key and values. So I say I comma 0, okay, in I comma 0 in all info dot items. Now, now you can print each of them, right? So when you run it, okay, so see key value. So this is how you can iterate and get access to each member. Okay, so tomorrow when we meet, we will do few more stuff on dictionary and we will complete dictionary and work on set. So once we complete set, our data structure would be complete, and then we will move to functions. Okay, functions, class and objects. And when we complete class and objects, that means we have done Python. So when you put it in your profile, when you put it in your resume that I have done Python, it means you have done class and objects at least minimum.